Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Puck, which is a vibes-based podcast where we yap about all things hockey. Today is November 7th, 2025. I'm your host, Saint, and this is my partner in crime, Champ. Champ, how you doing?
I'm so glad the week is done. I'm so glad.
As always, we have a lot to discuss this episode, so let's jump right into it. Champ, we got to talk about it.
Yeah, we do. The craziest thing happened this week. I knew it would happen, and I think he's going to go higher than 900, but Alex Ovechkin has officially hit 900 goals. Which,
we knew he was going to do
yes.
it. Like, it wasn't a shock.
It wasn't like the great chase.
Yeah. Of will he, which I feel like we knew anyways.
I didn't know if he would hit it last season or this season, because after he broke his leg, I was like, will we or will we not? But now he's at 900. That's wild.
That's crazy. That's one of those records that I feel like people think that they'll never see broken. You know what I mean?
I don't think it will.
Just absolutely crazy. I want to look at the stats on it someday, but I guess it's not as high scoring. Basically, there's different eras in hockey, right? Like there's the dead puck era, there's this era, and we're on track for this year specifically. Goals have been much higher than I think in previous years, in contemporary history. So I don't know, if we're not funding goalies, in Canada, which we'll talk about that later, but if you're not funding goalies to be S tier goalies like we have, and then you have these players who are just, the younger kids are just at a different caliber than their predecessors overall. They're able to come in, like Ben Kindle, just come in and scoring on their first fucking year. Yeah. That's crazy.
I mean, I think that there's a lot to be said about the current goalie situation across the league. But I think you're right, is that these kids, and there was a comment this week, I do not know who said it, but it was Ryan Reeves, who's like, these kids are getting fast because they're starting younger. And
yes, like my little cousin does hockey, and it's one of those things where it's there's contention in that some of the different leags for kids don't really train the kids to be players in the NHL. Right. They don't follow the same rules. She was my cousin, she was saying,
I remember that.
They don't teach the kids to fight. And they don't teach the kids to do checks. And it's that's such a big part of professional hockey. And it's I understand you don't want necessarily your kids getting concussions
at that young age, especially.
At that young age, yeah. We're not here proponents of CTE, but I understand the concern of if you're a parent who's investing tens of thousands of dollars into hockey and your kid wants to play in the NHL. Yes. You then probably have to move and get them in a league that is
an all-around league.
That is as close to the rules as early as humanly possible, because you can't have a 14-year-old not playing by the rules that they're going to play in 4 years. Yeah.
It's interesting to me that, and we've talked about it a lot, is that the youth right now that the Penguins have had a lot added to their lineup that's brought the old guys back from looking like they've never skated a day in their life before, is because those kids have such speed. And so I'm really interested to see if that continues, because when did they start getting faster? Because my dad was saying that they didn't used to be that fast. And then the forecheck game came into play, and then they had to speed up. And then, Connor McDavid is obviously the fastest player in the league. And so we're having all of these additions. So maybe 2015 is when the game started to really shift. And I don't mind it. I like fast-paced hockey. And I kind of like it when they score more goals. I don't like it when it's against my team, but I don't like
the complete blowouts where your goalies can't make a save and the defense is all I think there's a room for you can have score. I don't want every game to be a 7-goal game. You know what I mean?
You would get exhausted.
On one team. Yeah, I'm I think 3 to 5 is a solid
but
per team.
It's the same, exactly. And we were talking about it very early on where we're we don't like 1-goal boring games.
And then we jinxed ourselves, because then when we went to see the Pens and the Sens play, we did not get, Skid scored the overtime winning goal, and it was an 0-0 overtime. Yeah. It was okay, well, Not like I really don't. Those games are like I lose years off of my life.
Yeah.
You know that once that first goal hits, that's it. Like you can kind of tell. Like the eye test is sometimes, oh, whoever gets the first goal, the dam is gonna break.
Yeah.
You know, the seal is broken, and then we'll get 10, 15 goals, whatever.
Yeah.
That sometimes you can tell whoever scores the one goal, that's it. That's how we were with
the Stanley Cup final. Yeah. In 2024, not in 2020.
And we were like, whoever gets the first goal, that's it. Like, it's over.
Something else that happened with Ovi scoring 900 goals. First of all, it was against the Blues, so we can't say anything bad. But Jordan Binnington trying to steal the goal puck. What did you think about that?
Okay, so I saw the discourse immediately, obviously, which is that there are Binnington defenders who are like, it was funny.
Yeah.
If it was Flower, you would have laughed. If it was like Swayman, you would have laughed. And I think what that ignores is the context that Binnington is kind of a fucking asshole.
We have to be nice.
No, I have to be nice to the Blues. I'm not being nice to Binnington.
Yeah, we don't have to do that anymore. He didn't save us this year.
No. End of Four Nations is over. We finished that season. We're good. Like, start over. But so, like, I it's sort of like the joke about how you hate Marshy until he's on your team. It's like, well, yeah, Flower is a universally beloved goalie who basically no one has ever had a bad word against. Binnington is not that case.
Yeah.
So it's like, you have to, even if he was on my team, I would say, that's kind of a dick move. Because it didn't feel like it was being played for laughs. It felt like it was kind of just him being a dick.
I thought it was funny in the moment, but it's definitely one of those things where it's time and place, buddy, because this is a record once more that is very, I would say, unlikely to be broken. And if it is, it'll be another generational talent like Alex Ovechkin, but I don't think we're going to see it in the current generation. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
maybe Celebrini, maybe McKenna, maybe, but I don't think so.
No, yeah. And so it was like, oh yeah, haha, funny, but also like, read the room a little bit, please.
Yeah, like maybe there's a time and a place to make that joke, and it was probably not there. If it had been like the 901st puck or like 899, that would have been a little funny. And I understand the joke is that it's the 900th goal, so therefore that puck is super, super significant. No one has ever. We're big fans of even numbers. Like 100 goals is treated much differently than 101 goals. Yeah, you know.
I did see his response, Binnington's response, and I did find it funny that he was like, oh, well, I got the assist on it, so I thought I should get to share a piece of the puck, which was very funny. Like, you can be a Binnington hater and still find that funny. Because we are, and I laughed. But because it was an own goal? It was an own goal. I mean, it bounced off of him. And he's having a season, man.
Yeah, which I guess goalies overall are having a little bit of a season, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
a little bit later.
But honestly, just thank the Lord that it wasn't against the Pens.
And that's what I was like, oh, thank Christ. Like, I don't want it to be against us.
Because y'all played the next night.
We did, and it was literally going to be one of those scenarios of like, will Ovi score against the Blues or will it be against the Pens?
Rivalry? And
it was like, which one is it going to be? And I am not only happy that it wasn't against the Pens because I don't want it to be against the Pens, but also because it gave the Pens an opportunity to have a really cool moment where they congratulated Ovi.
Yeah.
And had like a moment with like a montage and stuff like that for him. And the whole like arena was like chanting for him and like stick taps and all that. And it's kind of, they did the same thing when he broke the record the first time.
Yeah, they gave him a watch. Or was that this time?
Yeah. They gave him, I think it was both times. Sid and Gino went in and gave him like a mutual, like, because of the rivalry. Sid and Ovi were more like, which one is better rivalry? Yeah. I think Gino and Ovi had the like, who's the better Russian player rivalry. Even though they're friends, I guess now, but I don't know if they were now. You know, so it was really cool that like someone had pointed out on Twitter that like, yeah, obviously the rivalry has kind of eased out because A, they're older.
Yeah.
B, they have their cups. Like
Yeah.
Ovi has his ring, the Pens have their rings. Like it's sort of faded into like a mutual respect of like, yeah, we're gonna play really tough and hard. Like nobody like everybody had the gas on full, pedal to the metal the whole game.
It was a great game.
It was a really good game, even though we blew a 3-0 lead.
But you know, they had to keep it competitive.
We did it in the second, which gave us time to rebound. Just don't do it in the third. Do it in the second, boys, because then you have time.
We're not mentioning the Toronto game.
Yeah, fuck you. But so like that, I think is really kind of cool. I hope they do something like for Sid, maybe if he.
Yeah, right.
Or for Gino. I assume there's going to be something like, but Gino hasn't really kind of made the farewell tour. Like, you know what I mean? Like some players,
he's vying for that last spot.
I think he's going to go for like a 1 year extension.
I agree.
I think if he keeps playing the way he's playing, and if we keep Brazeau and we keep Mantha, I think Dubas keeps him and says, yep, one more, let him, because I think Tanger has another year on him too,
and so does Sid.
Sid, I thought, had 2.
I think Sid only signed a 1 year or 2 year contract in last summer, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, but I didn't. I don't remember when it ends. I'll have to look into it. But I would not be surprised if Dubas is willing to have them retire at the same time, or at least have like Tanger and Gino retire.
Yeah,
if Sid wants to keep playing till he's like 42 or something like that.
Looking at you, Brad Marchand.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't act like he's a 38-year-old now.
No, I mean, Gino has his moments. He still skates. He's always skated beautifully, but you can tell that having someone like Brazeau and Mantha to
big boy line,
the big boy line of like I feel like you're older, you need that. He needed wingers that could fight for the puck with him and help him with that setup. You know what I mean? Like that.
It's the same thing with Podsy on the Oilers. Dry had such a record year last year because Pods went and fought for all of his pucks.
Yeah, and it's just like he's a natural center, Gino.
Yes.
So it's like you've got to give him wingers that complement his style. And he's been honestly great defensive-mindedly
recently.
Too. Mm-hmm. He's been going in, and you see him in our own zone, and like he's battling for the puck to get it out and like using his big body to defend and block shots and stuff like that. So I think that the current coaching system is playing well.
It.
Yeah, to like, as opposed to like play like you were 10 years ago. It's like, no, we want you to have those same stats, but in a different way. Because that's the other thing is the young kids, the rookies, not the younger guys, but the rookies, they don't have the endurance, right?
Right.
That's what the conditioning is of like, okay, we can't have them play 82 games. You know what I mean? Like, they just, when you're 18 years old, you just don't have the endurance that a guy in his mid 20s to late 20s does. You know what I mean? You haven't
built up the same muscle.
Yeah, you physically haven't. It's like they're still young. They're not in their true prime yet. And so like having this balance of age groups where like the guys who are in their technical prime can, come in and pull that weight. Like our fourth line has been so fucking good. Excuse me while I cry about the fact that like half of our roster is out right before this Sweden trip. Like
two of the Swedish players. Yeah.
Hollander's out. Poor and
EK.
like
EK, we are putting you in bubble wrap.
Put him in bubble wrap. I can't. EK, please. Yeah, like losing Rax, losing Brazeau really, really hurt.
Yeah.
And then now losing Hollander.
And yet you've kept going, but you do need to do some sort of protection spell to stop this.
Yeah,
because it's bad.
Like we're doing okay, and I firmly believe that, like we had mentioned last episode, the pipeline of like putting Graves down in the AHL gave him time to build his confidence back up. Of like, no, dude, you're not out of the NHL forever, but like you need to start working on stuff. Start, use this time in a lower intensity environment. Focus on what you should be doing. And I thought he was invisible in a good way. I didn't notice glaring mistakes. And that's the best I'll expect out of him. Is like I don't need him to make the big flashy plays. I don't need him to be EK. We need him to be a solid third pairing. Like that's what we need. Just don't.
I said it last night, but we're going to Battle Pennsylvania in March. But I want to go to a Pens and Caps rivalry game. I think that would be so much fun.
And isn't it DC is closer to you?
Yes, but I like Pittsburgh better.
Okay. I was gonna say, sure you don't want to.
I mean, I would love to go to DC, but I like. I mean, Pittsburgh I have off better.
Weekends. Let's find a weekend game. Find a Friday night game.
All right. Well, let's move into our next topic of discussion. Saint, are the Oilers in trouble, or are we not passing the eye test?
So last year, we had this problem where it was like everyone was dunking on the Oilers and saying, "Oh my God, they're washed. The finals broke them." Blah blah blah. And we were like, "No, dude, they just suck in October. They just need time. We lost half of our roster. We're gonna get it together. I believe in us." I don't have that feeling this year.
I was telling you that I do trust them to get their act together. I do. At the same time, the recent shift into making the Oilers a more defensively minded team is kind of breaking their spirit. Because this team is built for outscoring the opponent. They're supposed to be built for outscoring the opponent. And when our best players are so afraid of making a defensive mistake that they refuse to shoot the puck, that's when I have an issue. And I'm so sorry, Canes fans, but I did say the other day that it does feel like we are acting like the Canes. And I don't like it. I don't like Canes hockey. I want to watch Oilers hockey. I don't want to watch the Canes.
What's crazy is that everyone was saying we weren't defensively minded, and we were. We had one of the best defenses in the fucking league.
Yeah.
Like, it was just that it wasn't, like, it was an offensive defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, and that's fine. That's how but we weren't allowing high danger shot on goals.
It does feel like we've lost something. I don't know what it is. Because it's, is it just Zach Hyman? Like, is that what it is? I don't think it's the players from last year. I don't think they ever officially, like, built the chemistry that they needed to last year.
I think the problem is, though, that we lost players that we'd had from what I'm calling our year
golden
one
year.
In that, like, our golden year of, like losing Connor Brown, losing Corey Perry. Like, he's doing fucking great right now.
9 points, like, 9 games.
I think he wanted too much money. I think that at his age and at the injuries that he could have had, it's like, you know, I would not have, I understand why we let him walk. But, like, we could have really used some of his. There's no, like, agitator. Yes. And I don't want Kane back.
No.
There's no amount of agitation that Kane did that made up for how many fucking goals he let in, or, like, just terrible turnovers.
The Canucks are feeling that right now.
Yeah. I don't think many players or many fans of the Canucks are being like, yes, we love Kane. I have not seen that sentiment anywhere whatsoever. But like,
I do think that, Kane's not doing the Canucks any favors, and I'm really glad that he's not on our team anymore. But like, the only fighter is Matthias Janmark.
Who we're getting rid of. So it's
maybe he might have some dirt on front office that we don't know about because he's still here.
He's still here.
I love him, but
I love him too.
I don't know. It's been a very rough.
I want to win more than I love anybody.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, but like, I feel like that's a problem that the Oilers have.
Yeah.
That the Panthers didn't, and that, like, your guys are either gonna the good guys, the guys that you want on this fucking team, are either gonna take team friendly deals, or you better be the best of the fucking best. Yeah. You better be the best of the best. Like, we have players who are absolutely incredible, and so, but I don't know if it's the coaching. A lot of people are turning on Nobby.
I kind of think it might be the coaching, just from how they are using the rookies and the start of the season with the blender, and I don't know. I think that when he's good, he calms them down quite a bit. But when he is bad, it looks like it's currently looking. So, I don't know. Dear God, though, I hope we do not bring in John Tortorella. I hope we do not bring in Pete DeBoer. I think Pete DeBoer would kill the Oilers. Like, I genuinely think Pete DeBoer would kill the Oilers.
I think that it would. I think Leon might kill him first.
I think we should get Jake Ottinger in here to kill Pete DeBoer.
Like, I don't know. I truly don't know what.
I don't know.
What's your, like, you have to wait and see, right? Like, you have to put, because we have too many of everybody, which I'm not against, because I feel like we did that last year a little bit too.
Yes.
Where we like had extra players, so that way we could look and see how the beginning of the year went, and then we traded the ones that we, and
I don't know. It's just been a very interesting start to the season, and I'm trying not to freak out because obviously they've been on so many road trips. They've only played like 5 games at home. And
I wonder if that would probably be a big influence of like they're missing a lot of their home.
Yeah, and they're not going to do it until like December 16th, and then they're done with their East Coast trips, and then they only have West Coast trips, which is very nice. However, December is middle of the season, and I do not want to be on a losing streak going into we're exhausted, we can't keep doing it like this, and then not be able to build back.
Yeah, like I'm not doomsaying.
I'm not either.
Like I'm not of like, hey, we're not making playoffs. Hey, we're not. It's not pretty to look at like the standings. But like I think we have a lot of injuries for the Oilers, and I think there's just.
I can't wait for Zach Hyman to be back. Supposedly this week.
Updated list for the Pittsburgh Penguins injuries and expected timelines. Philip Hollander, 3 months.
Ugh.
Caleb Jones, 6 weeks. Rickard Raquel, 6 weeks. Justin Brazeau, 4 weeks. Nola Chari, 3 weeks. Tristan Jarry, 3 weeks. Kevin Hayes, day-to-day.
Yikes. All right, well.
Pain. So I haven't even seen the Oilers updated list, but I know that there's a lot of injuries there too. I don't think as many, but like.
On the happier news, did you see that the Stars are getting a stadium series?
I did, and like that's one thing that we haven't really gotten into was like the Winter Classic and the Stadium Series, because I imagine, I don't know, when were the last ones? Like
they had one last year, but it was not a team that we cared about. It was also on January 1st, I'm pretty sure, when nobody was around.
That's what it was, because we were like, dude, I'm not gonna fucking we're not doing this. It was Rangers and Flyers and Islanders.
Something
like that.
But they are playing it at the AT&T Stadium, which is crazy because I pass that every time we are in Texas to go see Austin's family. And so, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. This is the first time a hockey game will be played in the 16-year-old stadium. It does have a retractable roof. I'm 99% certain that this is the one that has the giant window that bugs all of the football players, though, because all of the sun comes in to, like, cause issues. And that's going to be in February of 2027. So I guess they'll have just gotten back from their like all-star break if we're doing all-stars that year. I think we are, which is sad. I like Four Nations better.
Yeah. Well, I like the alternation. Like, I think it's good to have an all-star year, like, just for funsies, but I think Four Nations is better. The downside of that is that everyone on our team
got fucking hurt.
Yeah, so, like, that was my only complaint, was, like, everybody got fucking demolished. And, yeah, no, it was like, I liked Four Nations. I'm glad we're doing like alternating though. I think Four Nations should stay, and you could make it Six Nations, if you wanted to, like if you felt that like there was enough of another country. Or I did like the idea of doing a like everybody else team, and like having like almost like a melting pot of like, and like bring it up to Six Nations, right? But if you have a 6 team, have it just be anybody, because it sucks that we can't have Russia. Not that I in any way defend the Russian government and their shenanigans, but just like it sucks that like we're missing out on Ovi and Malkin and a lot of these prime Russian players. So I think that would have been cool to like have some kind of way for players to come in, and just you get to choose. But then I guess it would be really hard of like, how do you... That's
a lot of also awkward...
alliances.
Yeah. I'm trying to find... Because we had this talk all week long, and I'm trying to find the answers to it. But why, speaking of Corey Perry, why did he get kicked out of the last All-Star game?
Yeah, I don't have any...
Not All-Star game, the Winter Classic. Why did Corey Perry leave the Winter Classic? He had to be ejected because he elbowed Nashville Predators defenseman Ryan Ellis in the head. The incident happened less than 3 minutes into the game, resulting in a major penalty and a game misconduct, forcing him to leave the ice.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. He got suspended for 5 games.
Holy shit.
I want to see this video.
That's a lot of games. Hold on, you gotta show me. I want to see this. That's a lot of fucking games. They don't usually
do that at all. No.
Yeah, like,
I mean,
it's not usually...
they should. Like, that's a good standard to have. They would never do that in today's day and age.
Well, that's my thing, is like the way that we've seen like really bad hits. I mean, I guess we'll see with this recent hit.
Oh, on Pitlick? Or from Pitlick.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes, because it was an automatic. Wow.
Oh.
Oof.
There he goes. The walk of shame.
That's... Can we replay the hit?
Yes. I mean, that's a blatant elbowing.
Like,
but was that worth...
head.
Yeah. Was that worth 5? I think the Pitlick one was worse.
I don't think you get 5 anymore for that. Like, I don't think they...
I don't think they fine you.
Yeah.
No, because if he got a game misconduct, he might have to be suspended.
So a game misconduct is an automatic hearing.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Or like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so because he was fully ejected from the game for a penalty. So like, you know how everybody in the Penguins and Flyers game who was on the ice got an automatic game misconduct?
Yes.
That's an automatic game misconduct. Like, it's automatic.
Actually looking at it from a wider angle. Yikes. I mean,
oh, yeah.
Yikes.
I mean, elbow right to the fucking head. Like, that's not even... I'd like to see the other angle of it, but, like...
That's...
Jesus.
Oh, look, then he's bitching, like...
like,
yes, Corey Perry.
Yeah, like...
Oh my God, Victor Arvidsson! What are you doing, Arvie? Where you been?
He scored a goal for the Bruins the other day. Yeah, like,
I don't know if there was another angle.
There probably not. I wonder if...
Look at Perry!
Yeah, he's
oh man. Yeah, there goes the walk of shame. Where's the walk of shame? There he goes.
There he goes. Bye. It's so fucking funny. Like, it's so stupid.
I think that's almost more...
It's not as long as I had, like,
no, it looked much longer.
But you're walking on skates, so you can't, like, run, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I can't, like... I have to, like...
Oh my gosh, that was funny, though. I mean, not funny for the hit, but the leaving the ice.
Yeah, and I assume Ryan Ellis was relatively okay after that.
I believe so. Is he still playing?
Less cool. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's now in today's game, do we think that gets 5? I think it gets probably 1.
I would say 1. And that'd be like a scratch on, or a, what's it called? A slap on the wrist. Oh, you get 1. It's just interesting that they've, and we've talked about this, they've really narrowed down on injuries recently. Or not injuries, suspensions and penalties.
They're calling the penalties.
Yeah.
But they're not calling they're not giving equivalent player safety.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Gino, and I know I'm biased on this, but like Gino gets a fine, right, for slashing or cross-checking or whatever it was. But nothing on the cross-checks that led to it.
Why would they?
It's just
that wasn't what was called, blah, 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 blah.
Which is what we have called 1,000 times, which is that if you don't police the players, they will police themselves.
Yes.
Like,
thinking about the Lightning and Panthers preseason game.
Yeah, where it's like, and I feel like that was sort of an omen for how the rest of the season was going to go. Just in terms of like, yup, the players have had enough.
Yeah.
Stop fucking doing it. You know, like we're not doing it. Knock it off.
All right. Well, Saint, do we have a sponsor today?
We do have a sponsor. Today's sponsor is Saint Astra, a Twitch streamer, cosplayer, and artist. You can support her by purchasing from Aretzi or subscribing on twitch.tv/Saint Astra. Use your free Prime sub and get access to awesome emotes. Saint Astra's Etsy also sells a variety of jewelry, decorations, and trinkets. Everything is handmade and crafted with the perfect balance of love and spite. All proceeds go directly to the Saint Astra hockey-related DIY fund.
let's turn to our one-timer topic of the week, where we take one shot at the biggest story. This week's topic, Saint, the goalie situation for Team Canada. Now, we are both American, but are we though?
You're
more honorary Canadian than I am.
Where I am, like, they will joke that you're an honorary Canadian. You know what I mean? Like, where I have a lot more culturally to do with Canada. Not as good as like an actual Canadian, but like, you know, we get a lot of inflow.
Yeah. I'm not.
And we're just not feeling real patriotic at this time of year, which is why we rooted. And we're players over teams. So my captain, Sid Crosby, being on a team.
Your loyalty is automatically.
Yeah, I'm a very loyal person to people. Specifically, and then it was like, well, Connor McDavid's on that team. Oh, well, Brad Marchand's on this team. Well, how am I supposed to root for that other fucking team? It's got people in there that I don't like. Of course I'm gonna root for Canada.
So now we're Team Canada. I can't say it. We're Team Canada buddies. The one biggest regret that we had is not getting those Team Canada jerseys for Four Nations. We will cry about that for the rest of our lives.
And I live not in an NHL city, but I'm within driving distance of an NHL city, like a 2-hour drive. And I was like, I could have just gone.
Yeah.
And I could have, like, even when we had come back, it was like, well, I could have just gone and gotten them. And those Team Canada jerseys, I think, are probably one of the best national jerseys for Team Canada ever. It sucks that they couldn't reuse them, because it was the only thing I maybe would have done is because of how let me see, it was Four Nations Canada. So I loved the way that it had the black outline for the maple leaf.
Oh, for Four Nations?
Yes, for Four Nations. So it was the cream white, all red. I thought it was a little too red, and I liked the little, like, black, and I liked the white stripe. Yeah, okay. The updated one. It did have the white stripes. I thought I was remembering wrong. I think what you could have done for a little bit of punch is added that black outline between the red, like, because you have the two white stripes, right? A white stripe, a wider red stripe, and then another white stripe. You could have put a red outline around that red stripe, or around the two white stripes, just on the sleeves. But overall, having that, like, bold black outline for the maple leaf, and then having, like, the embroidery raised, the embossing for all of the Four Nations jerseys, it was peak. It was so fucking good.
And we had the option to get it, and we chose not to, because I don't know what was wrong with us.
They were so expensive, too. They were, like, because of how detailed they were, I think it was, like, what?
300?
Over 300?
Yeah.
For the standard. Like, it was...
No nameplate.
It was... Yeah, no, not it just, well, and also, like, there's the Fanatics, like the breakaway style, and then there's the premier ones, which are like the
nice
step
ones.
below, the nicer ones, and then there's the professional ones, which nobody really needs, I feel.
Yeah.
So the in between is what we usually go for, and those ones were like $400 or $500 if I recall correctly, because I remember everybody was mauling about the prices.
Yeah.
Last year.
Compare those jerseys, incredible jerseys, to the jerseys that got released this week for Team Canada. First of all,
they look better on the players than they do.
They do.
Writers.
I will say that.
They do.
It just doesn't feel very cohesive. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. The numbers bug me to high heaven.
Yeah, what is that weird fucking and okay, someone else on Twitter pointed it out. Why is the red stripe on the white jerseys two different colors? I understand the shading of the maple leaf, which isn't good shading. It's not good shading.
No.
It's too geometric.
Yep.
It doesn't really invoke a maple leaf to me.
This does not spark joy.
This does not spark maple leaf to me. Okay,
this does not spark maple leaf. I don't like the numbers. I think that pattern is very bizarre. Shade it. I don't like if you have the double lines.
The shading, it doesn't follow. Like, hockey's have some of the best fucking jerseys of any sport, and you chose to not follow like any of those typical. And did you see that the numbers don't go all the way? The
stripes. The stripes.
They don't go all the way around. They don't go all the way around. What the fuck are we doing? they go all the way around on like the actual jerseys?
No!
Just they cheaped out. That's so fucking stupid. That's so dumb. I could design
out of every one of them. I like the red jersey the best, and I hate the black maple leaf.
The black is ugly. I don't. Okay, the numbers again. Miserable.
Yeah.
I don't understand that weird red dotting. It's evocative of like the dotting style in comics.
Stippling.
I don't like it. Yeah, it doesn't match. The stripes not going all the way around pisses me the fuck off. Black on black doesn't make sense to me.
I also it doesn't look like we talked about this last night. The black is, and it's funny because it's the wrong color black, and yeah, it's just bad. I'm looking at the Four Nations jersey right now and crying because we could have had it all.
We could have had it all. And I understand they can't because IHF requires like a different, but like why break what isn't broken with the old style? And I get it because like it has to do with like Bauer is the one making them, and so therefore that has to be different because Fanatics was the one who made the Four Nations jerseys. But I agree, the red isn't as bad. I get the numbers not being outlined. I don't understand it. If you're gonna emphasize this like black lining, they should have had the white outline, and then the names and the numbers should have been outlined in black. And maybe they were worried about it being too close to the Four Nations jerseys. I don't like the maple leaf logo. It isn't like the way that they did the geometric shading on that. It just doesn't look good in my opinion. Like it doesn't look as bad on the red. When you look at the black on black, you have a cool slate blue gray to shade. Then you have a true neutral gray, black, and then it looks like another dark charcoal gray.
Yes.
All to shade it, as opposed to like, I guess I don't understand why the choice was to do this weird geometric like cutouts as opposed to actual embroidery like every other fucking logo ever on a hockey jersey. Like, am I wrong? I haven't seen the close-ups of it. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't. And it's going to take a lot to, but I also didn't like the Oilers jersey. The new Oilers jersey until we saw it on the ice. So there's a chance, but I have a feeling it's not going to be the same as it was when we saw the Four Nations jerseys. And maybe that's just because we saw Four Nations last year that we're biased, but yeah, I don't know.
These ones that I'm sending you are the ones that everybody fell in love with, and this is how you do it. Because you have to understand how silhouettes, and if you're gonna go with tricolor, right, then you have to use all three fucking colors. How are you gonna have a jersey that is red, black, and white, and only use the white on the numbers and nameplates? You're not bringing it together on the rule of three. Like, you needed to have white in the maple leaf, or you need, like, I don't understand it. They could have used white in the embroidery to like do something. There were so many ways that they could have gone about this that would have been so much better. And like, it's the artist / critique person in me. Again, I don't like the dual colored red stripes. Yeah. I just don't fucking get that. Canada has had such good jerseys in the past. I think even just going with like the all red, and then having a little bit of black to touch it up with the white would have been fine. I feel like that's the way to go, is to go red, white, and then touch it up with black, because that's how outlining works.
Yeah, like, but no, it's not. No. Yeah. And speaking of Team Canada, there was a TikTok that I sent you earlier this week that was talking about the save percentages of the Team Canada goalies. And I'm just thinking about the fact, and we had this conversation at Four Nations too. You can go back and listen to it on the last podcast when we were talking about that. But USA Hockey will most likely run Connor Hellebuck, great choice, Sway, great choice, and Jake Ottinger, great choice. All three incredible choices. That's not counting the other two, like, really good goalies in Spencer Knight and Patrick Demko, if they can both stay healthy and, like, confident. That's a dangerous, like, 3 tandem.
They have a depth. They have like their pick of the litter basically in terms of like, well, you have these guys, like who do you pick to go represent you?
Yeah.
Like I feel like you go with Sway, Otter, and Hellebuck.
Yeah. Compare that to some of the save percentages of Canadian goalies. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Scott Wedgwood, .902. Not bad. Not great. Not great, not terrible.
No great, not terrible. Anything above 0.9 in the current
era
season, I feel like is tolerable, especially because we are still pretty early into the season and goalies have often been alternating. Yep. So there's not a large sample size. We have to take that into consideration with our data.
Jordan Binnington, .859. Yikes. I think he will be the lead for Team Canada, and I don't think it's going to go well.
I mean, like, he saved our asses last year at Four Nations, but, like, every year's a year older. Like,
Stu Skinner, .899. So he's doing better than Binnington. Darcy Kemper is a 9 solid.
Okay.
Logan Thompson is the strongest at .938.
He was doing really well against us last night as the Pens.
He was not in the net.
They pulled him, I thought.
I don't think they did they?
Wait, who's Logan Thompson?
Logan Thompson is the Caps' primary goalie.
I thought they pulled...
Did they officially pull him? Because, I don't know.
Man, I'm so...
I know. We have Jake Allen, who's on the Devils, is .904. So again, okay. Sam Montembeault, .855. That's rough. Aiden Hill at .888. And then there's this random guy from Canada. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. Tristan Jarry at .911.
Well, he's hurt right now, so...
The fact that Jarry is the second highest for Team Canada.
Yeah.
Says a lot. I think he's doing good when he doesn't have a complete and utter meltdown against Toronto. But it does not spark confidence. It does not spark joy.
Okay, I guess they didn't pull him. I, for some reason,
he strained something. You went over and looked at...
Yeah, because, that was what it was. Lindgren went over to the bench.
Yeah.
And I thought they had pulled him, and I was like, man, but I also was not.
You were too busy,
Yeah, I was busy worried about scoring the goals. Anyways.
So if we are looking at current stats...
So just on stats and not on history?
Yes, just on stats, not on history.
Just on stats. Well, then it's you got to go with Logan Thompson, Jarry, and then Scott Wedgwood. Or Jake Allen. I guess you can pick between the two.
On history, it would be Jordan Binnington.
You're fucked.
Aiden Hill.
What do you...
and Darcy Kemper.
Yeah. Well, because here's my thing, and I do enjoy Jarry.
Yeah.
I wish he had pulled himself if he was hurt in the last game, because I think that likely... I don't think he realized how hurt he was. He and Stuart Skinner suffer from the same problem, which is that sometimes they're really good.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they're not so good.
Yeah.
And I do love Jarry. However, he can steal us games. But when it counts, like when it's like you have to get us that you have to steal us this win to get us into playoffs. So you had to steal this. I believe it was in playoffs actually against the Islanders that it's like, okay, but you collapsed, like just completely fell apart, got in your own head. Maybe it was good to know that he was injured because I thought he had been playing very well this season overall. And then to have that total collapse a couple games ago was like, dude, what the fuck? You let in like 4 goals on 7 shots. And it was like, okay, he was hurt. Stuart Skinner and Tristan Jarry both suffer from a lack of athleticism in lateral movement.
Yes.
They do not have the reaction time, and they do not have the lateral movement that they need for these like crazy fucking saves that you need to do. So yeah, I don't know if I would... Maybe Jarry after he's healed, but he's also just... It's hard.
It's hard to be confident. It's hard to be confident with Jarry in your net, which I hate to say, because Jarry has done a good job of pulling himself back together.
And he's stolen some games for us too.
Yeah,
like
it's just a matter of like, I don't know. But I don't trust Binnington, and I don't trust Kemper, and I don't trust Aiden Hill. So, are we screwed? Like, is that what's going to be? I don't know. I guess we'll have to watch.
Someone did post a video of like a turnaround wearing the jerseys. Again, the dual toned red, I don't hate it as much. Like you're right, the red is the better of the three. Mm-hmm. The white I think is the close second. I'm
ignoring the black altogether.
The fact that it doesn't go all the way around without it being a stylistic choice, they tried to say that it's a stylistic choice. I don't fucking understand it. Anyway, sorry, it came across my feed and I was like, bruh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what you do here. Like, who do you pick?
Logan Thompson, you're in net.
Logan Thompson? Yeah, I mean, I feel like right? Like, I feel like you kind of go for him. Jake Allen, I have mixed thoughts on.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I the thing is, I don't watch these goalies enough to.
I mean, I get like periphery.
Exactly.
News, you know what I mean? Like but like sit and watch
their styles.
Yeah. I think as we said during Four Nations, Canada. I know you have a lot going on with the hockey situation, but y'all gotta put some fucking money into goalie
yes.
shit. Like, I don't know what it is. As a country, I think you need to pick like maybe 3 provinces and go, okay, we're gonna Oilers. Hey, don't do whatever weird shit. I haven't deep dived into this, but apparently there was like the 50-50 for the Oilers was not actually giving all of the money or something like that.
Oh my god, that's a whole thing.
That's a whole thing that I have. We're waiting for like the official reports on it to delve a little deeper because I don't want to like. I mean, I love gossip, but like when it comes to legal proceedings, let's take a look at it. But like maybe take some of that 50-50 money that you were not giving to the charities apparently, and make like a goalie fund of like, hey, we'll give like a voucher, right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's what you have to do. Is hey,
I will say the Oilers are kind of doing that right now.
I think they are, and I believe the
Stars are absolutely doing it.
Yeah, but they're also doing it in a kind of like a really mafiosa kind of
way. Hockey, just be better.
Just be better. But like, come to like, you know, like, I feel like you should do that.
No more centers,
like,
only defensemen and goalies for like 7 years, and then you can go back to even.
Yeah, or just at the very least, just have like a goalie initiative of like, you know, fuck you, Hockey Canada, but like, give a voucher of like, hey, if your kid plays goalie for at least 5 years, we'll cover their next set of pads or whatever. You know what I mean? Just something, or just like some kind of voucher for parents, because I think that's the biggest entry barrier to having a wider pool of hockey talent. Because that was the big complaints about expansion in the league is, how do you water down an already pretty watered down league due to the recent expansions? Mm-hmm. You have so many players who aren't really NHL caliber. They're actually AHL caliber, but you're playing them in the NHL because you don't have anybody else. You have to make the entry barrier more accessible. Mm-hmm. You have to you have to put money out there directly into people's hands of like, hey, we sponsor Little League. Yes. Because hockey is one of those sports that like you have to get, like, I know that there's players who are able to transition between sports relatively easy, but on a foundational level, if you don't know how to ice skate, there's not a whole lot that's going to save you. Exactly. So it's like, you can't come in, I think you can come in your teen years and do okay, but much later than like early teens, you're just not going to have the foundation of how to play. Those basics won't be there. So give them vouchers. Like, you, especially for underprivileged families, it's such a rich person sport. I mean that very negatively, that like, dude, your talent pool, you're missing out on so much talent and like natural skill and like a different way of thinking for these kids, because hockey is so insular. So you're getting the same shit over and over and over again because people who break the mold are not rewarded necessarily. Like, it's just, if you got these opportunities to these kids who are, you know, disenfranchised and don't have the money to go do it on their own, give them these vouchers, pay their way, dude. Just that ability, like, for kids to go and play, will be so foundational into getting a more expansive. It'll pay for itself. Like, the league, honestly, in my opinion, the NHL should be the one fucking funding it. Make a goalie vouchers. We spend $10 million every year for little league teams.
Yeah.
Because that's not like free money. That's investing in your fucking future, because nobody wants to watch the league in 20 years if nobody in the league knows how to fucking ice skate.
Yeah.
Like, that's just good business. I feel like businesses don't have long-term sense. Long-term sense for the NHL is to reinvest in their communities so that you have kids growing up in Dallas. You have kids growing up in Anaheim who can play hockey because they see these hockey teams playing and they go, oh, well, I'm going to go do like Sid's little penguins in the Panthers who have people coming and playing in their arenas. Like, they come and play at these facilities. Do that. Build facilities for these little leaguers to come and play, because ice rinks are really expensive and have really terrible overhead. Like, oh my God.
There's just so much that we can do that is not being done for the purpose of money, even though the industry itself is a massive industry. Saint, they released the new logos for the PWHL.
Yes, they did.
The new team names as well. You have thoughts. I have thoughts. Number one.
You're a Seattle person.
I am a Seattle person.
More, like, in the way that I'm a Boston person, you're a Seattle person.
Exactly.
Like,
I don't like it.
I think Vancouver Golden Eyes wins it hands down.
Oh yeah,
it's just as good as like I was pretty diehard about the Victoire being probably the best logo in the PWHL, and I think that like the Golden Eyes is damn fucking close second. I still think Victoire is better.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
I think
that aspect.
Everything about the Victoire is smooth.
Yes, it's just so clean. And I like, not to say that I don't like the other teams at all, but just like the Victoire, like they're just so fucking clean with the jewel tones, the logo, everything's sick. Vancouver Golden Eyes, fucking love it. Very hockey. I don't understand why they have this sick ass logo, like this such a cool logo, and you didn't pick the actual colors of the bird, and then you didn't, and then not doing that, right? Like, you don't incorporate the actual colors of the common goldeneye that lives in your Vancouver. You pick a blue. All right, fine. But then why didn't you incorporate yellow into the jersey?
Yep.
Like, looking at the logos, it's like, all right, Boston Fleet has the dark jewel toned green and then like the nice pale aqua. Cool. The Sirens has the neon bright turquoise
and a bright yellow.
And the bright yellow and then dark navy. It's like, all right, different enough. And then the Toronto Scepters, they do have like the yellow with the dark navy, but just the way that they chose those colors fits. And then the Victoire are also like a dark navy, but primarily reds and creams. The Torrent and the Golden Eyes, it's like
it's copy paste.
Like, to me,
the Torrent is just the opposite of Boston.
Yeah, it's just a worse version of Boston.
Also,
like, I don't understand.
Not great. I don't like it.
Terrible. The logo is terrible. The Golden Eyes, I was initially like, all right, you're just pastel Oilers. At least the orange. I wish the orange had been more prominent. And again, I wish they had done more with the yellow in the jerseys. Maybe when they do their like full logo jerseys.
Oh, true.
Well, because right now it's just the text. Maybe they'll incorporate more of the yellow. But like, I would have. So an actual GoldenEye is. Let me see if I can find it.
Yes, please. I didn't know it was based on that. I literally was like, bird. Okay, that makes more sense because I saw it and I went, what? But I also have a bias against Vancouver.
Yes. So like this, I'm trying to find like a picture that shows.
I can't get over
like
the Torrent. I just can't get over the Torrent.
It's so bad.
I don't like it. It does not spark joy. That's going to be this episode title. None of this sparks joy.
Yeah, it's bad decisions. So a GoldenEye is
like really pretty. That's like a almost a viridian green.
Yes, so it's a warmer toned green than the Boston Fleet. I feel like you go with a warm. You know what it is? You go for more of a Minnesota Wild type, but with a more foresty green instead of an evergreen. Yes, and do like that metallic-y looking thread. I like the golden eye. Like, I don't understand how your team is going to be named after the golden eyes and then you're not going to have fucking yellow in the jersey.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like that. It was one of those where I like the logo. I liked the concept I like the name. I think it's cool, but the jerseys don't fit with that branding well enough. Yeah. They're just all trying to like be like blue and teals, and I get it. I love blue and teal, but bro, we have 8 fucking teams, and half of them have the same fucking colors. That's crazy. Like, it's almost like more than half are all some variant of green and teal.
Yeah. It's
and
just
like dark blue.
I saw somebody rank them. Tatiana on Twitter. The absolute perfection was the Vancouver Golden Eyes and the Victoire. I agree. Unfortunately, it goes hard was Boston. I agree. When we saw the Boston colors, we were like, yeah, that's the one.
That's a good fucking team. Yeah, that's great.
I don't hate it. Was the Sirens and the Scepters. I would put the Scepters lower, but that's because I don't like yellow. And I don't like the vibrant blue and yellow, but that's personal preference. It is significant for branding. It works.
Yes, I like the Toronto Scepters for their branding. The Sirens, I actually fell in love with those a lot more over the season because the dark navy with that golden saffron yellow and the like bright teal, cyan teal, it does fuck. I think it's a good one. Like, that to me went up higher. I like the Minnesota Frost because it is purple.
Yes, we need more purple. Why is everyone blue? Just go purple.
I don't understand. Like, I understand they didn't want to go too hard on like. That's actually no. I don't understand because you can't say that you don't want to be like the Minnesota Frost when you're copying the Boston Fleet.
Exactly.
Like the Boston Fleet and the Seattle Torrent. If you put those like colors, those hex colors next to each other,
that's their alt.
I wouldn't fucking know. Yeah, that's an alt coloration, especially because they chose cream for the Seattle Torrent. If they had chosen like, which is one of the things that I was surprised Boston didn't do. There's no black in any of these jerseys, really. Why didn't the Torrent go for black? Like, I feel like that's a very Pacific Northwest, like the dark and dreary blacks, or go with like dark gray or silver,
like
or
the
something.
Shark alts that we have this year.
Yeah. But to have no black, everything's cream instead of like shock white for both of those teams. It just felt weird. Like, I don't know. It didn't. No. Anyways, continue on your rankings.
Yeah, so then the so boring was the Frost and the Torrent. I can kind of understand. This is mostly logos, by the way.
Letters. They're just letters.
And then the seriously, what the hell is this? Is still the Ottawa Charge, and I will always hate the Ottawa Charge logo. It is so bad. It looks like a 5-year-old made it.
It's just, I don't understand it's half C, half O. I don't.
Yeah, so
again, Vancouver Golden Eyes, it fucks. It's so good. It truly sucks that they're trying to steal the Oilers colors because then when the Edmonton can't come in, I will say it is very obvious that nobody picked black and gold because if there's a Pittsburgh expansion, that's going to be their colors, which I appreciate. So that when we inevitably get a Pittsburgh expansion, thank you, at the Hockey Gods. I want
I can see Pittsburgh being Edmonton and Pittsburgh are like two of the teams that I can absolutely see getting an expansion team. Maybe not as soon. I think they'll probably want to go south. So like Colorado and maybe Dallas.
It is interesting that they did pick so you have geographically, you knew that they were going to kind of have to do on the West Coast just so that it was a little more balanced for like the new divisions and things like that. But it is crazy that they picked 2 Northwest teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I
don't hate it.
No, but like it's just they're very. I'm thinking like Seattle Kraken and Vancouver Canucks. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no break. I'm not surprised California didn't get a team. I'm a little more shocked. Well, I mean, like those are the 2 places that really stood out that I'm not surprised that they got teams at all. It's just like I don't know. I didn't like how they handled the draft. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Seattle Torrent. I feel like that is a total miss in every way. There was so many other cool things they could have done. I especially because the Vancouver Golden Eyes, they're the only ones that didn't go for an abstract concept.
Yes.
And there's a reason that I feel like worked really well. I thought that I don't even hate the name torrent, but I felt like they could have gone for like a mythological creature or like, I don't know what animals are in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, like...
No, Sasquatch has predators. To go. Not Northwest Predators.
No, I was looking for fucking... I was looking for apex predators so that I could see what's Sasquatch. Like a fierce animal. I guess they didn't want to do the orca. Humans, yeah. I guess they didn't want to do the orca.
It's the Vancouver.
Yeah, because of Vancouver, and they don't want to like compete with that. But like,
I don't know. I like the idea of the PWHL being concepts, but I know that that's going to run out fast. So
they have cougars, they have rattlesnake. Now, see, that would have been cool because they have a Northern Pacific rattlesnake or a Western rattlesnake. Like, I don't know if that's.
I wanted like, Surge,
something.
But then I found out that they already have a Seattle Surge. So they can't. It's a basketball team, so they can't do Surge.
They can't do it.
Sad.
They could have done like an octopus. See, I understand they don't want to be associated with the Kraken, so they couldn't really do an octopus. I don't know, like a shark maybe, but then they don't want to compete with the
yeah. All right. Well, let's move into sportsmanlike conduct, where we spin the wheel to pick our team of the week, and no matter who it lands on, we have to say something nice and spread a little love on the ice. Saint. Last week we got the Edmonton Oilers.
We got screwed on that one. Huh?
Yeah.
We really did.
I have a feeling. I think it would be funny if we get the Blues tonight because we've talked a lot about them. And then we could get rid of them. So, oops.
And then we could get rid of them.
I accidentally spun it before showing you.
No, that's
I'm sorry. It's the Minnesota Wild.
Oh, I was just talking about them.
Yeah.
They've got one of the coolest fucking jerseys in the league.
Yeah, that is really good.
The logo is so fucking fire. Like, it's so sick, right? Like,
yes. I like the Minnesota Wild. Oh, gosh. Okay, we have to actually be nice. The jersey is sick. I think the jersey
The logo is sick. It's one of the best logos in the league, undisputed. Like, the tree line being in there. Like, it's cool. It's cool as fuck. I really like the Minnesota Wild logo. I like the coloring of it.
Exactly. I was going to say my favorite thing about the Wild is the coloring of it because you don't have a lot of that deep green. This is what the Golden should have done is this exact, like they should have done the cream with the very dark green, emerald green. And then they should have done like a pop of orange and gold or a pop of gold. With it. I think that, I like the Wild as an organization. I think it's interesting that they signed Kaprizov for such a long term and expansive. But I'm trying to be nice. Thank you for taking care of Flower. Thank you for taking care of Flower. That's a great one.
Yeah, thank you for taking care of Flower.
And he loves it there. Like he loves it there.
They sold their house in Vegas that they were going to retire, like their dream home from Vegas that they were going to retire in. And we're like, nah, fuck it. We're staying in Minnesota. My kids love it here. I love it here. I'm going to work for that. And I was like, you can come back to Pittsburgh. But if you
he did for one game.
He did for one game.
But that's a great, thank you for taking care of Flower. We love that you love him as much as we do.
Yes. That goes a long way. Wasn't thrilled about losing to you, but
no, you won. You beat them.
Did we?
Yes.
Emotionally,
probably not.
Not spiritually with those fucking refs. Anyways.
All right. Be nice.
I do like them. They're higher on my tier list.
They are higher on our tier list.
They're not in the hatred team, okay? Then I'm not going to launch a nuke at them.
Yes.
We're good.
Hey, that's a high compliment from Saint.
That is a high compliment from me. Yep.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this week's episode, folks. We really appreciate you listening in through all of our rants and ramblings. The Puck Witches podcast is released on all social media platforms where you can hear a podcast, and you can join the Night Witches Discord via the link below to talk about the episodes directly, as well as enjoy our channels. It's full of gaming, hobbies, and good vibes.
Make sure you're following us over on Twitch, and if you want to support us with a Twitch Prime on either or both of our channels, you get access to cute emotes and extra channel points. If you enjoy this podcast, please don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode, and follow us on Twitter and Blue Sky for updates.
And lastly, don't forget to check out Saint's Etsy or subscribe on Twitch. We love you all and hope the hockey season is treating you well. Champ and Saint, signing off.
Stay witchy!